Hello and welcome back to my channel where I unbox slash review slash discuss slash whatever you want to call it. I open up toys and you guys watch it. Today I have something I have been waiting for a little bit. I was gonna say for a while, but this one I really haven't been waiting for that long. It's the Shawn Michaels from the Legends series. Now this one, don't get me wrong, I have been excited for, but little sneak peek. I've been more excited for this thing. I'll open up in another video. If you couldn't tell what that was, it's the Raw 3-pack. We'll get to that hopefully very, very soon. But I had to pick up this guy because, like, that just works perfectly. Shawn Michaels from this era, Raw from that era. It works beautifully. I mean, this is the Shawn Michaels from that era. And it's double jointed, which is fantastic. The other Shawn Michaels I have, which looks almost identical to this one, is not double jointed. And I will show you guys the comparison later. So, yeah, let's go over the box real quick, starting with the front of the package. You have a nice picture of Shawn Michaels right here, the WWE Legends logo right there. Shawn Michaels right there, in case you didn't know who you were picking up. True FX lifelike details. On these Legends, I don't know how true that is. Usually it's not that true. But it's as close as it can be. It's a lot better than it used to be. You have a nice window of Shawn right there. See everything you can get. Nice job. Mattel. At least Mattel knows how to do it. Nice picture of Shawn Michaels on the side. WWE Legends. I believe this is custom artwork. It's, well, a picture of Shawn Michaels with like a filter over it. Then you have him on the back here. Each of these guys showed up to my Target. I will be picking up Ken Shamrock at the very least. I don't know about Ultimate Warrior. I fucking hate Ultimate Warrior. I might be picking up AJ Styles. They had the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition, but he was gone by the time I went to go pick up these. So I might pick that up. I don't know. Ultimate Editions are my jam. I try and collect all that I can, but they make it difficult for you. That's pretty much just collecting in general. They try and make it as difficult as possible. But yes, you have a nice synopsis of Shawn Michaels on the back. You can read it if you can. I won't, because you guys know how to do that, right? Another picture of Shawn right here, and that brings you back to the front where you get to meet Shawn Michaels again. So I will transition, and boom, this is pretty much everything you get in the package. Starting off with the hands, of course. I'll just show off one because they're identical. There was a lot of leather fingerless gloves back in the 90s and late 80s, you know. But, you know, it's nice to have these hands for all the figures that were around back then that had hands like this. It's just starting to get a lot of them. But yeah, this is the mic holding hand. Yeah, the weapon holding hand, of course, the hand that you would use to like hold things. The hands on the figure itself are the punching hands, which I prefer, because they're fighters. They're going to punch. And for a while, these things were not showing up with fists, and it was infuriating. And now, of course, that the line has vastly improved, we get things like double-jointed elbows, swappable hands, and different accessories, so it makes the line a lot more valuable. But back in the old days, God, you got what it came with, and that was pretty much it. And it was annoying. Going over the figure itself, you have, of course, the classic Shawn Michaels mullet with the glasses that are removable and very easily losable. Those just disappear. Nice Shawn Michaels head sculpt. He looks a bit derpy with this hair, but he just did back in that era, I guess. A few years away from before he was the sexy boy, I guess. And more like he was really a Higginbottom back then. You also have the earrings here because that was the style at the time. I guess it's always been the style. Earrings never really went away, did they? I guess maybe for a little bit, but they've always been popular. I like this jacket. This is incredible. I love the belt detail and oh my god, the tassels. This jacket is really cool. I'm too sexy for this crowd. So I guess he was a sexy boy back then, but a little bit in name only. Not to be rude to Shawn Michaels. I'm sure he could handle it. If we could get this jacket off so you could see his body, the part that makes him the sexy boy, I guess, and other aspects. Could you please come off? I don't want to break anything, but it's just not moving, and the arms don't want to close in. Oh, I don't want to break you. Okay, 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 okay. And now that the jacket's off, we'll set that over there. And this is the figure without the jacket, of course. You have the leopard print tights that I hate. I hate leopard print. It's not that I hate the tights, I just don't like leopard print. And then the boots, everything, the knee pads, it all looks great. While we have them out, I'll go ahead and do a little comparison to the other Shawn Michaels that I have. The Shawn Michaels that's virtually identical to this one. Boom. It's kind of like the inverse. This is white with black zebra prints, and this is black with white zebra prints. It's a little bit more sporadic over this one, but it looks just as cool. I forget what this one was for. I believe this was a special version, right? Or no, that one came with the ladder, so I don't really remember what line this came from, but I kind of like this head sculpt a little bit more. It has the nicer hair. This one's a little bit more boring. Beyond that, their faces are identical. And this one doesn't have the arm tattoo. Is it supposed to? But if it's not, then I guess whatever. That's okay. But yeah, virtually identical. This just has the double jointed elbows, which is a huge improvement. So if you don't have one and you're like, which one do I pick? Well, this one's probably more expensive anyway. So get this one while it's at retail, because it's double jointed. Beyond that, if you already have this, I guess it doesn't really matter. If you just want to improve your toy a little bit, go for it. But I digress. That's it for the comparisons. Let's go ahead and go over the articulation. Starting with the head, going back, virtually nothing. The hair gets in the way. Going down, though, looks pretty good. Of course, the hair sticks up, so looks a little odd, but that's okay. The arm will go all the way around, of course. It will rotate at the bicep, like so. It will lift up to about 90. Right at 90, I'd say. If I had a protractor, I'd be able to prove it, but I don't, so you'll have to take my word on that one. Double jointed, pinless arms goes about that far. He's making some phone calls. He's calling to let you know he is a sexy boy, or he's just like pouting, like, I want the championship. Anyways, the wrist goes in, the wrist goes out, and it goes all the way around. I think I've subliminally been doing the Macarena whenever I talk about the wrists. I didn't even realize I was doing that until just now. I think that's what I was doing. As far as ab crunch, let's see. I don't anticipate anything spectacular, but you never know. Fine. Add in the legs. Yeah, that's pretty great. As long as it can go to about 90, that's pretty great. Some figures can go a little bit more. But if you're right at this, or even, close to it like that, as long as you can get close, I'll be happy. And this, of course, nails it. So pretty happy with that, which means the legs can go up to about that high. And of course, he is Shawn Michaels, so you can kick very high, about that far. I always forget to do that, but it is important. So sorry, I guess. The thigh will rotate right here. Of course, it breaks up the art. I don't know why they couldn't move it down just a hair to prevent that. But, whatever, I guess. That looks like an unfinished heart back there. Yeah, both sides do it, of course. Double jointed, not pinless knees, but that's okay. It has the good knee pads that don't get in the way of articulation, so that's fantastic. I know not every wrestler had that, but every wrestler should have that, at least in toy form, so you can, get that leg up there. Otherwise, it'd be like that or that. Those other big knee pads suck so bad, and it looks like on the Raw 3-pack, at least 2 of the figures have that, so that's disappointing as hell. Swivel down here at the boot. I don't know why they never make it swivel at this part of the boot. It's always this part of the boot. Why? I feel like you could hide some... I don't know. I feel like you could hide it better if you swiveled up here. I guess it would be a little bit harder, but I don't know. And then, of course, the ankle will go down to about that far. These ankles are so tight always. About that far. So, you know, for whatever reason you might need it to go that far, it can. And it will come up to not very high, honestly. That's pretty much where it was at. And then, of course, it swivels like so. So if you need them to rock a pose like so, I think that arm stood out, or maybe both went in. You can do it. You know, you can do that pretty much. Pull him in just a bit so he doesn't fall back. Ta-da! So yeah, you're getting all the poses out of that guy that you might want to. Pretty spectacular figure. These Shawn Michaels are always like top of the line as far as quality goes. They're usually pretty fantastic. I never have any issues with Shawn Michaels figures. And considering, gosh, that Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels was one of my first. The WrestleMania 30 Shawn Michaels was one of my first WWE Elites. It wasn't my first. My first was an Undertaker, then a DX Triple H, then a Hornswoggle, then a Shawn Michaels. He's been consistent all the way through. All of his figures are pretty spectacular. So that is about it for this review. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments below, and I will be sure to, of course, reply to it. Go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, all the things that YouTubers ask you to do. Just do it for me as well, and I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.